Welcome to the screen. Fred's dead. No, he ain't dead. Damn, damn. Damn, Fred. I need some money. Hey. Yeah, I need some money. Yeah, ain't that why we're here? Because they keep taking it and jacking us around and all that stuff. Welcome to the live stream. I'm Coach Neighbors, and I need some money. I'm hanging out in Coach's Corner. I got to turn the music down because I can't concentrate while I'm jamming. Okay, y'all hanging out over in Coach's Corner. You know, usually I'm doing yoga or something, but no, I'm looking too good for yoga. We got some serious stuff going down over here, so we ain't got time for yoga. So, Pro Se Lawsuit Center. You guys can find us over at winincourtnow.com. That's WIN, winincourtnow.com. That's where you need to fire. You know, so I didn't even know. So tonight at 8 o'clock, we're going to have a live stream, and Randal is supposed to call in around between that and 9, somewhere around in there. He's on a government vacation, and he's calling in from one of their government resort facilities. Okay, I'm not laughing at him. Okay. Well, I should tell my kids, you know, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. And then they be dead, but I'm not laughing. Okay. So I got this new service going on because these people are chopping up ads and they're shadow banning me. And they won't, that's all right. You guys keep doing all of that stuff to keep people from learning about what's going on. And now we're over on Rumble. So you guys, need to check me out. Neighbors _1959 over on Rumble. Y'all need to get on over here because, they're blocking what we need to talk about. And we're getting to the point now, where they're getting really pissed off and all that shit. So, but you know what? I don't care. They can block me. I'll figure out something else to do. Because y'all guys know that I like to eat. Well, I like to cook. I do like to eat, but I cook way more than I can eat. Oh, sorry. I forgot to introduce you guys to my giraffes. I have a family of giraffes that I hang out with. You guys can see them down there. This is my family of giraffes and stuff. So they got a chance to move into the living room when there's no more grumpy people. When there's no grumpy people, yeah. Oh, we have a lot more fun. Okay, let's stay focused. First thing is first. Tonight at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, we're going to do a live stream about this new project thing that we're doing where I'm going to be, it's not just me. It's the legal team. People are going to be represented by the legal team. Now, not everybody, because we can't afford that. We don't have time. Just a few people. We're going to Pro Se Lawsuit Center. It's going to take on a few cases of a few people at a few times. I'd rather teach, but they're going to make me beat. I'll just beat myself. So I will beat them myself. So I'm going to be putting together paperwork to help a couple people get out of jail. We got, we got. It's going to be called Project. This is going to be my. You can go to Rumble. As soon as I figure out how to make a playlist in Rumble, I haven't quite figured that out yet. But in both Rumble, which I'm going to say first, I'm going to get me some Rumble shirts because I had enough YouTube crap. Rumble, we're going to have a playlist, and that playlist is going to be it's going to be special projects. That's what this is when I help people when the legal team and myself help people, with a custom package for the situation. And so when I post a video or something that we're going to have live stream or we're going to have something about, it's going to be easier for me to say we're going to have an update on project number 1. Come check us out or whatever, and that's the end of that. Now, if you want to know what it is, what it actually is, then you'll have to go to Rumble or the other place and pull up the project playlist. And the project playlist and everybody's name whatever that name is that I'm helping or whatever that we're using to reference that will be in that list. And it's, I'm not that, I had to keep it simple. So the first project is going to be Randal. And we're working on him. We're going to kind of talk about him just a bit more here. And then later tonight, he's going to call in. Or at least that's the plan. Then we have several projects, they want to try to chop my ads and stuff and make me struggle. Like I live under the bus, so bring it. So now I'm just gonna in the legal team, we're just gonna represent some people. You can call it whatever the hell you want to. Okay, I don't care. Everybody tell me, "Oh, coach, and get yourself trouble." You know what? They already tried to shut my ass down 3 times a while back. Okay, it was before we got proficient. What are we doing? Because we ain't nowhere near the top yet because it's taking too long for them to dismiss the eviction process. Okay, so we're on that, and we got a couple of those projects. We got a young lady, Dr. Corey from Great Britain. She talks different. We're helping her in a situation, and then we have another Dr. Gary who is looking at some income tax evasion BS and corporate income tax or personal income tax is voluntary. There's no law that says anybody has to. We'll talk about that. Oh, we got some stuff that we're going to be talking about. Now, the goal of what I'm going to be doing here is two, because I like to eat and they're trying to squeeze me out. So, and I lowered my prices. I lowered prices almost, I lowered a lot of them. I lowered them. Okay, it didn't hurt that bad because we're selling a few things, okay? Just trying to keep up with the haters. The haters are going to throw stuff in the obstacles in the way, and you just figure out how to get around them. That's how this shit works. You figure out how to figure out, when you roll without limitations, then you're going to figure out how to get around that crap. So that's what we're doing. And I think I didn't know. You guys that know me, I think I'm going to enjoy doing this. The federal government's going after Dr. Gary. Yeah, We're gonna. Okay, so let me stay focused. So 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to do the live stream. I haven't even posted the thing yet. So you guys, if you're here, all right, then y'all got to jump on everybody else. And so we got like 4 projects rolling right now. And we're pretty much project out right now. I think the lady from Great Britain, she did a remarkable job. Dr. Corey from Great Britain. She did a remarkable job with defending herself, trying to be on. She did a remarkable job. And she stopped them. She sent the sheriff back because, well, because she had a tenant. She had a tenant. And they don't do the homework. They just want to rush around. So she had a tenant, and the tenant wasn't on the UD. So, okay, so wait a minute. I'm like, Dr. Britton, you had a tenant? Yeah, she had a tenant. And then she explained to me the rules that they have to follow. The rules, if you have a tenant or if you have someone else, that's living with you and that been there long enough to be considered a resident, then they have to be on the thing, because that whole process that they do is they drag your happy ass, they drag your homeowner happy ass, unhappy ass. Well, y'all know what that means. That's half my black language here. They drag our happy asses into their inferior court that doesn't have judicial authority to be handling anything, let alone property. And when they do that, they make you follow the rules that they came up with for you to follow. They're not following no rules. I don't know. They ain't followed a rule 1 that I. If they did, I wouldn't have a job. I'd have to have a different way to have figured out how to manage my therapy every day for what they did to my family. Okay, so what we're going to do, and Nikki Boo's case, and that's people on YouTube, that's she's got a victim situation going on, and there were some issues with the magistrate judge on the federal level holding up the people being served or some shit. I didn't know what we don't want. Okay, so we're trying to get control of that, but at this point, she's got a hearing coming up for the UD thing, and so we already know how that's going to go. So we need to crush that. So before we go in and address that whole situation and figure out and get the people served and figure out where, because if you don't have the federal tied up, then they're going to say they still got jurisdiction, and they're going to stall until they figure it, and keep punching until they figure out a way to get you where they want you at. So we're going to go in with just to get control of the situation for a little while. We're going to go in and she's going to file the new lawsuit that's on the website for like $50. Okay, the defamation lawsuit, definitely foreclosure defamation, because when they reported to everybody that you were behind, you were late in default or whatever, before they got a judgment, then they defend you. All of your credit score, your neighbors, all the realtors showing up at your house, all those. So, that's a whole lot easier program to go in with. Prove defamation, all you got to prove that they lied. Okay, they didn't get a judgment before they said all that stuff. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. They did not get a judgment before they said all of that stuff and did they got nothing. They can't get a judgment anyway because they can't verify that there wasn't fraudulent conveyance, fraudulent concealment, violation of the due process, 42 USC, violation of the Tucker's Act. The Tucker's Act is a federal law that mandates that these players, if they violate your due process or your Fifth Amendment right of the state citizens, not the U.S. citizens, of the state citizens, then they don't qualify for their alleged qualified immunity. Now, to get qualified immunity, you have to do the right shit. Come on now. I don't even need to look that up. Okay. But the wording is for this of the judges no. The wording is the judge has qualified immunity for judicial functions. Look that shit up. Qualified immunity for judicial functions. So if you're not in a judicial function, oh, you're in administrative court where they make up the rules as you go. Yep, the Tucker's Act jams that, and it's a federal law. It's also a federal law on the Foreign Registration Act. Their asses are supposed to report all of this stuff, and we know they don't. They don't report nothing. That's a federal law too. How's the judge going to be the judge over your case, giving your stuff away when you already reported that they violated federal laws? Right in the title of the lawsuit that you're bringing to the table. See, we don't roll with this conventional crap and pretending that corporations have any legs or arms or no. We're going after the people that's doing all this stuff. No, we learn how to address the why they're able to throw your asses under the bus, our asses. Not so much the what. Why they're able to throw you under the bus. That's what. Okay, now that makes it. A lot of people shit the same. Everybody shit the same almost, with a few variations of the title of what they're saying is a criminal, is a civil, or or is a long jail time in federal or long jail time in state. I mean, any jail time is long. Come on now. I've been through that shit. I ain't never been convicted of anything, but yeah, I've been through it. Okay, so when you go after them for why they're able to do that shit, well, then it creates a whole different system. A whole different system. I mean, in their system, they want to get your ass in front of the judge so the judge can help them. It didn't take me very long to figure that out. And, and this is kind of how I came out with the system that we have. I ain't trying to get in front of the judge. I'm just going to keep punching them. I'm going to keep punching them with some shit. Bam! Until they go sit the happy ass down. That's kind of how, somebody told me I'm arrogant. Well, when they're trying to kick my ass, I'm going to be, trying to kick their ass, I'm going to be. If you're an idiot, then I'm going to. Okay, but you know what? If I'm bringing fire to the table, what the hell? I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm not having fun, then I'm going to be going to do something else, okay? Because I'm over the hill already, okay? I ain't going down without, I'm going to, no. So, so what we're going to do is we're going to jam up the eviction 10-day thing until we get the stuff put together that's stopping their in their head the jurisdiction from the federal court. So we're going to file that. We're going to place that. We're going to go ahead and file that. We're going to with defamation. I mean, at the end of the day, if you go in with enough money, it don't matter what you actually get them. But we're going to file it in state court because originally how we stopped the state court eviction process in the first place was by filing stuff in the municipal court, which is a fake court, and you're not going to. We just stick it in their face. File an actual lawsuit in state court against those players and the state and the eviction player, separating them from the foreclosure stuff so they can't run and hide behind all that other bullshit that you have to sift through. Oh. So that's what we're doing. And so we need to buy a little time to get that shit stopped so that, and remember, the goal is to build that certified copy of the docket sheet. Okay? That certified copy of the docket sheet. That certified copy of the docket sheet. Sorry. Because that's what you're going to take with you when you do the shit in federal court. You want a certified copy of the entire docket sheet of their sheet. You say that fast 10 times. By getting that entire docket sheet, you're closing. You're able to verify that they violated your due process and all those things that you said last month, last week, yesterday. Instead of having to rely on shit that happened way the hell back. Okay, but the other thing is, certified copy of that. The other thing is, when you do that, okay, you also shut the back door on their asses. Okay, because when you get the federal stuff, and we've had this happen, when the federal fire catches up with their asses, they start faking a bunch of shit. I mean, it don't matter because they don't have time to put in. And this is when they were a foster kid. When we jailed them up and got the divorce case dismissed here a year and a half ago or so or whatever. Oh, yep. After we got a certified copy and we was on, then they sent in some big wheel U.S. Assistant Attorney Generals from Topeka, and they came down and got slapped around. Oh, and they had to take their happy ass back over, sat down. We slapped them with the demand to strike because they were not registered as foreign agents. And then we filed a supplemental pleading. That's how you make changes. Okay, you don't ask for no amendment of kids, they're asked for shit. You file a supplemental pleading. You want to know how to do that? The Federal Rules Civil Procedure, you can go there and scroll down to the very bottom, down to the very bottom under how to do federal rules, and it'll tell you something. You need a count, a body, or both to add, and they have to be connected to the original reason why you were there. So you're able to do a supplemental pleading and add them to whatever and change however you want to change it. So we're going to do that, and then in the meantime, okay. So the eviction process, we decided we'll have a new package for that, and it's like $300. It includes the RICO part, and the reason why we done that is when we came at them with the RICO, they started freaking, and the judges recused themselves, and they let the case sit, and they started shipping that case out to other. Yeah, it was a hot potato. And I actually was putting together a package to make them stop doing that. Okay, but you know what? This is like Aikido, and we're going to use this in our favor. So if that's the way they're going to act with that, we're going to use that package in a position where we need time, and their asses to be stalling over there trying to figure out what to do. Now, the flip side of that is, and we're going to talk about that a little bit here with Randal's thing, is that when you go in with the RICO, and then we also going with the less pendants lien. Okay. And then you file one of those bad dogs right there. One of those bad dogs right there. the notice of preservation of court property, records, and evidence. So the less pendants allows you to seize the courthouse building because it's connected to RICO. Oh, it's getting a little hot. It's getting a little hot. So, yeah, and I know, you might think I'm kidding. Oh, no, I talk shit and we backing it up. We backing it up right there. So, and this is, okay, we moving. Okay, this is what I'm putting together for Randall. Let's get on over to Randall. He's gonna call in later tonight. So Randall got arrested, and I don't know if you can see that. So basically, what it says is above style misdemeanor case citation E0 and then the numbers is hereby transferred to you for prosecution for a felony for the following reasons. These citations were issued as part of a meth trafficking drug task force case, a whole different case number that belongs to somebody else totally, and associated felony warrants. See the attached report and warrants. So I was like, wait a minute. So they mentioned something else about whatever you laid on this associated warrants. They say warrants for battery or trafficking drugs or the sale of drugs or something. Associated warrants. Each word means something to me. Associated warrants. Why didn't you say what the damn warrant was? Oh. So I looked up the associated warrant. And the associated warrant was the warrant that they got to search his car after the stop. Oh, wait, it wasn't his drug case that they he didn't have nothing to do with it. Oh, okay, let's go back just a little bit. So the first thing that I want to know, if I'm a legal coach, is I want to know what the probable cause was for the damn traffic stop. Because if you can't tell me that, then we owe some bullshit at the gate. So I'm reading this. These citations were issued as part of a meth trafficking drug task force case. And wait, the citation should be issued because the driver of the vehicle was driving impaired. I mean, I don't know. You can't just stop somebody because they left somebody's house or whatever, or to hang out with somebody and just, I don't know. The citation was issued. They can't even get the shit straight to cover up their ass on the paperwork. I mean, it's not that I need that, okay? Because, so at the top here, it says the above style citation, the misdemeanor case, misdemeanor, okay, that's PUD. It was sent over, transferred for prosecution. So the stopping for misdemeanor transferred his case over to state for felony prosecutions based off of the original citation and transfer document. That's not the way that shit is supposed to work. If the state wanted you, they should be going after you. Oh, wait, there wasn't no warrant. They needed to have them arrest you first and lie and say the associated warrant was the reason why, sorry. The citation was issued as part of a trafficking drug So they just go around issuing shit for. I wonder if I left somebody's house, would they? Okay, so I'm almost 100. I don't think I know anybody that does any of that. But and he's sitting in jail. Sitting in jail, and I know how it is. Oh, they provide attorney for you. Okay, so and this is on state level, so it's even more ridiculous. But when they provide, on the federal level, they'll provide attorney for you. Yep, to protect your rights. And the first thing that's going to come out of that attorney's mouth is for you to take the deal. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing that's going to come out of his mouth or her mouth is for you to take the deal. And the reason is they get a $3,500 assistance of counsel bonus as soon as you sign that freaking deal. That allows them to do a whole bunch of shit. And if your case is hot, then they get on the backside. Okay, so this is random stuff. I'm going to go get a staple so they can't mix it up. But as you can see, each document is page numbered for that particular document. So no pages can be taken out without it being obvious. So he'll have his documents that he needs to file in court. And basically, he's going in right there. Counterclaim. Counterclaim. That's how we do it. We go in with the counterclaim. This counterclaim for false arrest, false imprisonment, fraudulent concealment. Fraudulent concealment tolls the statute of limitations. Okay? And violation of 42 Separation of Powers for an Agent Registration Act. Oh, this is hot. And demand for $200 million in damages. Now, that's just a counterclaim. The original of this we're going to file in federal court at some point in time down the road. Okay, and then the legal team decided they need to follow up with this. Y'all can see this service that I'm providing right here is hot, and it's not cheap. So I'm just saying. And I not only plan on doing a few of these at a time, but to showcase our stuff and to help people that I make a connection with that have been in my program for a while. And we're going in with this also because they need to dismiss that shit. They're going after him with statutes and codes. Statutes and codes are non-valid laws. They don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. They don't have none of the elements that the Constitution mandates that must be present for something to be a valid law. If y'all ask, don't believe me, go ask the ChatGPT, ask any of the Chat's AI stuff. Ask them, do I have to, do I obey federal? Oh, yes, but then ask them, am I subject to obeying laws that aren't in line with the Constitution? Bam! And then this is the fourth document in his package. And I figure he probably would want to put a lien against the courthouse and shut them down. Because when you come in with RICO, when you come in with your RICO complaint, they're going to play hot potato, whatever. But in this case with him, okay, we got a hotter potato. We got a hotter potato. Okay, because now, this right here lines the person that just filed that RICO thing for $50. This right here, and this is not in the package yet. I just figured this out last night. But if you get the package, I'll hook you up with it, all right? This right here opens the door for seizing for seizing their stuff, all of their equipment, all their it's every thing, records, property under control of state, county, building, and district office, attorney's office, the custodian's office. Oh, well, they want to play. So this is part of the prosecutor eliminated package. And like I said, I got some new documents I added here. And this is the beauty of when I work with the legal team to do some stuff ourselves, then I'm able to see some different situations that, is like, like Muhammad doing check down to add something else in there. Now, the other thing that we added to prosecutor eliminated package to both, well, actually, we added this to all of our packages, but the premium stuff for this is in the prosecutor eliminated package. We've added what you need to cloud your title with. So you can cloud your own title and not have to wait till you cloud your title with the notice of conveyance and the notice of lis pendens, and then that moves you up to the number one lien holder because you're challenging the actual whatever, the shuffle of paperwork and not all the numbers. So we add that to the package too. So yeah, and this is we'll help this man get out of his criminal BS, showcase what we got so people can see that it works. And so y'all just keep up. This is project number 1. Randal, he called in tonight, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Okay, I gotta go eat. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. See y'all tonight.